baby orangutan is found mummified in box, then rescuers perform unbelievable transformation. The world we live in is blessed with an amazing amount of cultural diversity. Yet, despite our cultural differences, we all have something in common. There are certain despicable people that none of us can seem to escape from, those who get their kicks from harming innocent animals. These nasty so-called human beings don't hesitate in abandoning their abused pets, especially after they grow tired of caring for them. Sadly, these evildoers can be found everywhere on the planet. In the US or the UK, it's usually precious doggies and kitties that are unceremoniously tossed onto the side of the road. In the jungles of Borneo, where poaching is a regular practice, it's baby orangutans that get the bum deal. After their human owners realize just how challenging it can be to care for an infant ape, these super intelligent babies are discarded like unwanted trash. At just 5 months old, little baby Jito had endured horrible conditions and was being kept in a box. After the novelty of owning an orangutan had worn off, Jito's cruel owners promptly abandoned the poor little fella. Since orangutans are part of the illegal pet trade, they probably hoped that Mother Nature would take care of the rest, or at least get rid of the evidence that the wee little one had ever been taken captive. Rescuers found him and thought his skin looked mummified because of his living conditions. When the team from International Animal Rescue Organization first discovered the abandoned orangutan, his arms were folded in front of him like Egyptian royalty. Sadly, he hadn't been treated like royalty, and instead appeared to have suffered a great deal during his short life. Horrified rescuers thought they were looking at the infant's final resting place, a filthy cardboard coffin. Thankfully, they were 100% wrong. Although Jito was barely hanging on by a thread, he was still breathing, and desperately wanted to live to see all the happy tomorrows that the world was willing to give him. Once rescuers got a hold of him, Jito made one of the most unbelievable transformations we've ever seen. When rescuers realized that Jito was still clinging to life, he was quickly rushed to the organization's animal hospital. Vets immediately worked on saving the vulnerable orangutan's life. The infant primate was promptly put on a drip to treat his dehydration and malnutrition. Vets suspected that the orangutan had only been fed sweetened condensed milk, which made him small and weak. Poor Jito couldn't even sit up on his own. It didn't take long for the vets to figure out why Jito had no hair, and why his skin was flaking off. He had a highly contagious and excruciatingly painful form of mange. But, that didn't deter caring nurses from making sure that the infant animal was well taken care of every step of the way. They lovingly massaged coconut oil all over his body to treat the inflammation, soothe the itchiness, and soften his hardened skin. Doctors and nurses provided tender loving care around the clock, and their vigilance helped turn this little guy's life around. 2 months after his rescue, Jito is not only happy and healthy, but this adorable doe-eyed primate is even sporting his 2 front baby teeth. His toothy smile is absolutely charming, and the cheeky little nugget is even teething on the ropes he's supposed to be swinging from. Jito's skin is now healed from the terrible mange that had infected his entire body. Although he's not as hairy as he should be, he has all the time in the world for his hair to grow thick and lush. In the meantime, his skin is soft and smooth to the touch, which is exactly how a baby's skin should feel. Staff at International Animal Rescue have graduated Jito from preschool to full-fledged baby school. He was showing all the signs of being ready to take the next step in his rehabilitation, willingness to climb unaided and signs of foraging for food, and so the decision was made for him to make the move. Jito even has a new playmate, a fellow orphaned orangutan, and both of them are living it up in their real-life jungle gym. There's no doubt that Jito will now grow up to be the great ape that he's supposed to be.